Utah State Aggies getting some shots in as we get ready for the second half. 4-point lead at Fresno State. We mentioned this at the beginning. It is very important for the Aggies to keep winning. They're 54 in the net ratings. Of course, they've won the last two conference tournaments, and there's plenty of reason to believe they'd be a good team in that tournament right now. But everything counts in your postseason resume. Here's how the Mountain West is going into play tonight. Colorado State is playing right now, and they are trailing Wyoming at halftime in Laramie. Now, Wyoming's not shabby, so we knew that'd be a challenge. But you look at Boise State, Utah State, Colorado State, San Diego State, all legitimate postseason teams. But for the Mountain West to get 4, that's going to be tough. Everybody has to put their best foot forward these last 4 weeks.
They do. And Utah State lost to one of those 4, Colorado State, and they also lost to UNLV. So they have lost 2 of their last 3 games. We talked about it in the open, Bob. Utah State was a surefire at-large bid by every bracketologist and expert out there in the NCAA tournament field. That was a couple weeks ago. Now they're on that bubble on the outside looking in. They cannot leave Fresno with even 1 loss, let alone 2, and they have back-to-back games here.
Yeah, Utah State here for 2. Then they're home to Wyoming next weekend, and then the critical series at Boise State, and they'll finish up at home against Nevada. They're again 54 in the net ratings. Boise is 20th this week. And of course, Boise State, you know, really the way their season unfolded, you had so little control of your non-conference. They lost. They had a quality loss. I know coaches hate that phrase, to Houston.
Right.
But a very quality win at BYU, and that was with their bigs out of the game. That was an incredible finish at BYU. And they have ridden that a long time this year. All right, trying to get Keita involved early. Keita has not even taken many shots in this game.
It's just 3 now.
1 for 3.
Yeah.
Gets an offensive rebound, and he'll get to the line.
But they did this in the first half, too. Craig Smith came right into the beginning of the game. They went right to Keita in the first possession, just like they did here at a halftime. Second possession, they went to Brock Miller. I wonder if they'll do that again. They try to get those 2 scores going early on.
Well, and the Aggies know who they are. They're going to make you stop them. You know Keita's good. Fine, stop him. You know Brock Miller's going to make shots. Good luck.
One thing that's great about Brock Miller, though, he is shooting his best here in his junior season. 43% from 3. He has not shot that well throughout his career. He's a volume shooter. He's got to get a lot of shots up. When he does, and he's making them, he is good.
When you think about that, offensively, he was the only sure thing going back this year, because you didn't know Keita was coming off the knee. You don't know with a big guy like that. You know, and of course Keita's looking great right now, but you knew what Brock Miller was going to give you. But, you know, you've lost Sam Merrill. And so here's Brock, who scored 8 points a game. There's some good ball movement by Fresno. They don't get anything out of it. There's Bean again. Bean is a great piece of connective tissue. He doesn't always get the assist. He corrals that rebound, get things started.
Look at him. I love how strong he is, how tough he is. He got caught up in a jump ball there, but I mean, he is one of the best rebounders in the Mountain West Conference, especially remember a year ago. You talked about that earlier. His stats were a little bit better there, maybe a
12 and 10, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I just feel like they're more balanced down inside now, so that they're spreading that wealth a little bit.
There's Keita defending on the perimeter against Robinson. It's like a pay-per-view match with those two. Isaiah Hill. And there's Bean hustling for a rebound. Marco Anthony brings it down. Sees Bean. Bean with space. Now Miller. Miller rises. Connects.
He's so good off that ball screen. He's so good coming off screens. We got a piece of that. That's deflection.
Well, there's Stroud, who's back in the game. He sat the final 13 minutes of the first half with 3 fouls.
Junior Ballard, that's a critical 3-point shot for Fresno State to have some confidence here in the second half. Confidence is more than half the battle. Shots aren't knocking down. You've got to make 1 or 2 just to feel good about yourself.
Wooster. Second chance, Anthony. Ooh, took some body there. Third chance doesn't go. Here comes the 4th chance with Keita, but he lost control.
Big time stop for the Bulldogs.
Hill takes the screen from Robinson. And Ballard will try. Robinson versus Cada. Second try, double team. Reject it, gets it back. Now in lots of trouble. That was either going to be a 3 or a travel.
This is good.
Miller on the other end.
Yeah, this is great. It's off the ball screen by Cada, trying to decide which way he's going to come off. And he's so good at coming off and getting those feet set and knocking down the mid-range shot. He's one of the smallest guys on the team. I think he's the second smallest guy on the team. No, that's all he is? 6'5".
Maybe.
I mean, I'm 6'4", and he was a lot taller than I was.
Yeah. And you saw how that view from the glass, how square he was when he finally rose for the shot.
Yeah.
And more free throws for the Aggies. And that's Stroud's 4th. So he gets number 4 right away, and now he'll have to go back to the bench.
I hate that. I was really looking forward to seeing him play a lot of minutes tonight. But, you know, we keep talking about Cada. He's got 5 points now. He's got 4 boards. But the young man still controls the game. When Cada is in offensively, his teammates get more open looks. He can do his thing down inside. Defensively, players are afraid to take it to him. Fresno State's a little bigger than most teams, but a lot of teams are afraid to go at him because he is such a phenomenal shot blocker. He's got the gift of timing with blocking shots. Oh, that's huge.
Utah State comes the other way. Put it back inside. Cada connects.
I think he feels Orlando Robinson is not as strong as he is. And all he's got to do is put a little shoulder into him. Robinson backs up, and he's got that pretty hook shot that he has with the right hand.
Let's see if Fresno State goes big again. They had some success with Mia and Robinson in there together. Shot clock at 10. Devin Gage. Just take it and hit it. That was worth the wait.
You know, I thought he was going to kick it out. A little pick and pop to Robinson for the 3-point shot. Kept it for himself.
That 29 seconds was worth it. 5-point game. Anthony, whistle, and the foul.
Well, we're going back and forth, it seems like. I just love the game. Look at number 23, Cada down inside. Bean on the wing. Kicks it down to him. The younger Robinson. Not as much strength. He notices that. All he's got to do is just put his strength into the chest of Orlando Robinson, and look at that sweet hook shot that he has inside the paint.
College Hoops Insiders, your place for the latest news and information in college basketball. Jeff Goodman, Rob Douster, know it all. Every Wednesday, 6 o'clock on Stadium. Welcome to the game.
Bob, have you been paying attention to the cup watch tonight?
Well, I noticed they've been in that spot the whole game by the Utah State bench.
I forgot.
Do you know more?
I do know a little bit more. Coach Craig Smith, he likes to drink out of the same cup all game until things aren't going so well. What does he do? Switches over to the next cup. The superstition, Kyle Cottom.
There we go. There we go.
There it is. Oh, see, we just don't know if that's the same one he's been drinking out of or if he switched it up because maybe things weren't going so well at a certain point.
Well, we got Cada involved again, although that won't go. But he has 5 of Utah State's 7 points. So I think that's the good cup right now.
I bet you he keeps that cup. Things have been going pretty well since half, right?
Yes. That bench,
yeah, he's
making some noise.
Ah.
I'll tell you what, with the staggered benches this year with the spacing has certainly brought out a whole new range of celebration.
It has.
Utah State, they're just pretty, everybody cheers and applauds. But remember we were in Boise, Boise State, they're doing the whole Gumby fist pump, high five.
Oh, remember a few years ago, Monmouth and Hawaii
Yes.
and all these schools were doing these routines. Now you can do different kinds of routines.
You got space.
Yeah.
There's better spacing for bench antics in college basketball. Gage running this offense, 4 in the shot. Oh no, don't do that. Keita says no.
He is so good with the timing of his blocks. Some people think, oh, you're tall, you should block all the shots. No, there are tall players like, oh, Keita. Keita's a good defender, but there are some guys who just have great timing to block shots that are terrible defenders.
Yes.
Keita's the whole package.
It's his second tonight. And at the shot clock, Ballard can't connect. Shot clock violation. We go the other way.
Now, if you're Fresno State, you have to force some more turnovers. Remember that stat at halftime, how well they were doing at scoring the ball when Utah State coughed it up? A little spark from the Bulldogs defensively so they can get some offensive points.
Utah State with a chance to take their biggest lead, so this is kind of a critical spot defensively. And a miss there by Keita. Now, he is in, so this lineup was pretty good for stretches in the first half with the two bigs.
It allows Orlando Robinson to go on the outside and play.
See, and now he's playing against Bean.
Yep. So instead of a 7-footer guarding him, he's got a 6'7" player guarding him.
Yeah, can't keep the ball. Taken away by Brock Miller. In the corner, look at Anthony. Switching hands. Keita, I'm going to take this over the other 7-footer. Doesn't go.
I tell you, his 15-foot shot has gotten more consistent this year in comparison to last.
And boy, that is going to help him at the next level immensely. Having that shot.
Double team. They always double team from the baseline, Utah State. Good defense. That's terrific. Exactly what Utah State was looking for.
Chance again to extend the lead to the largest. Subs coming for both teams. Ray's going to come back in for Fresno State. Anderson, one of 2 Utah State subs at the table. Keita, Bean, got it. And that will be a timeout. Biggest lead for Utah State. It is 11 at the 13:38 mark. And the Aggies doing what they have to do on the road, starting to take control. Keita everywhere, offense, defense, and yeah, he's got teammates. Bean, no doubt about it. There's that celebration of the guys waiting to come on in. And there's Keita deep. Look at the vision. And 3. Wyoming. Aggies with their biggest lead of the game now, 46-35. And the second half starting to belong to the bigs for Utah State. Keita, Robinson head-to-head.
You got to give Keita a lot of credit. He's one of 10 finalists for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award to be the best big man in the entire nation. He's going down inside against another big,
this is
strong
against
guy.
Mia, yeah.
Braxton Mia is just a freshman, but he's 7'1", 250. A little bit taller, a little bit bigger than Keita, but look, he's directing traffic. Ball's at the top of the key. Pass to the wing, give me the ball down inside, and let me go to work. I just love the physicality down inside.
And we talked about Utah State being the tallest team in the country. These are 2 of the 3 tallest teams. Okay, who's the third one?
East Carolina.
Why, yes.
The Pirates.
They just had a big win in the AAC. That's a good conference.
You're right about that.
Tulsa, SMU. Watching Tulsa, SMU last night.
To me, does Gage always seem to have the ball in his hand when the shot clock is running down?
And, you know, he gets good looks. I know he doesn't have the number tonight. He's 1 out of 3, but he's had strong looks late in the shot clock where you don't have a lot of options.
Give it to one of your seniors. You only have 2 seniors. Give it to him. Let him go to work. Christian Gray and him both on the floor at the same time.
Gray, again, very limited minutes, just 4 minutes tonight.
Give it to him.
Coming back from injury. Round and off. Good look for Ballard. No rebound. Miller got it. Here's Anthony. Anthony always sees somebody. Ainsworth. Anthony has it back. Takes it. Heartbreak in and out. See what Fresno State can do out of this timeout. Holland misses.
They're getting great looks. Yeah, they really are.
They're moving the ball well enough.
Yeah.
Get a good shot. They need them to fall. I mean, the second half, they're 2 of 13.
They're 24% from 3 and 34% from the field. Very low numbers offensively.
Meanwhile, off the bench for Utah State, Alfonso Anderson. And they're getting those shots.
Yeah, they really are.
Gray.
6'6", first 7 foot. Another block shot.
Smothered by Queta. That's number 3 for him.
He's disciplined. That's the thing, is a lot of shot blockers are so crazy. They jump and they're swatting everything. He's disciplined with the way he goes about it. That time he just had his hands straight up in the air and let the small size of Gray just try to shoot over him. There's nobody that can stop him down inside.
Right. The other end.
Fresno State's got to get some more size in there. As great as Gray is, he just, he's 6 inches shorter.
Queta now 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of 8 from the field, and the lead has crept to 16. Well, Coach Schuler said that the Aggies need to win on the road, and they're doing what it takes here in the second half.
Great drive and kick here. Marco Anthony, the heady veteran, setting up the beautiful 3-point shot for Alfonso Anderson, the versatile senior out of Tacoma, Washington.
Our players to watch putting on the show tonight: Robinson with balance, the rebounds, 4 assists, and Queta now really asserting himself in the second half.
Well, he's been getting guarded the last few possessions by the most experienced player for Fresno State, Christian Gray, 6'6", 5-man, but I mean, directing traffic is Queta, telling him where to pass the ball. He wants to go one-on-one against Gray because he's got 6 inches on him and a lot of wingspan. No matter how strong and physical Gray is inside, the footwork by Queta and the length to be able to knock down the shot in traffic is all he needs.
11 straight points over the last 4.5 minutes plus. Bulldogs would like to end that now. Ray deep and gets it.
Somebody missed a rotation there. Got to rotate, have that insurance policy. Somebody goes to trap. Somebody's got to take his spot and be the goaltender.
Second basket for the redshirt senior. Into the final 10 minutes, the fourth quarter, if you will.
And that's just the first turnover, and over 9 minutes of play here in the second half for Utah State. Keep in mind, remember, they had 6 turnovers in the first half. And Fresno State scored 14 points off those 6 turnovers. This is a good opportunity for Fresno State to capitalize.
And we discussed that Utah State was shooting at average, but the turnovers kept them from having a bigger lead. That has changed a bit here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Nice turnaround for Hill, but it doesn't fall. Now Ashworth. Queta's got a lane. Look out! Oh, with the left hand over the top.
And that's what I was telling you before, Bob. If the double team doesn't come, he's going to go one-on-one. He's so good at reading his defenders.
He saw it immediately.
Yes. Yes, his vision is quick there. There's Stroud.
Stroud in extensive foul trouble tonight. He's back in with 4.
Only played 11 minutes. He's their second leading scorer. They've got to have him getting buckets for him to compete against Utah State.
Ashworth lets the defender fly by, and who's a cucumber? That's that shot.
He's a winner, man. He is a winner. You say he's got like a business-like approach, and he's been I mean, they all expect him to be good, but I think it's been a very pleasant surprise for Utah State and how great he's been, understanding the game, those instincts he has as a freshman.
Trouble for Stroud. Gets it back. Takes it in deep. Queta says, no, sir. That's number 4.
See, there's a double team, and he kicks it right back out.
Ainsworth can't make that one. Good idea offensively. Hold on, strong inside. There's Gray, but denied. Oh, and hitting the floor is Keita. Little awkwardness there. And he can get back up comfortably.
Well, yeah, it's a bummer he just went down, but right before here, did a great job of reading that he wasn't getting double teamed and taking it right to Orlando Robinson. Look at that, the fake handoff, and he just goes right at it, finishes with the left.
And the good news is he walks off, favoring that foot, perhaps ankle. Get that looked at.
It was a great defensive play. He was just the help side defender for the block shot. It doesn't look like it's anything too serious, thank goodness. But here's the thing, when you have these, like the Mountain West is doing in many other conferences, you're playing 2 games in 3 days. You better have great athletic trainers, because if anybody gets just a little nicked up on a Thursday game like tonight, they've got to be ready in 48 hours to play a second game. There's some leagues that are doing it where you're playing back-to-back nights.
I know. And you won't see teams do a lot on the in-between day. A walk through. And then on the second day, teams won't shoot around at all.
Is that right? No shoot.
Some teams, just depends. Yeah, just get some, do some mechanics on the in-between day, and then just come out fresh and play that second game. Now, if you're Fresno State, and this game's not over, but you've seen some things tonight you can do against Utah State.
They have some great bigs, don't they? I mean, and they're young. Orlando Robinson's just a sophomore. Braxton Mia is a freshman. The big fella who just played just about a minute, Hassan Diouf's
a sophomore.
Yeah, very limited minutes.
And you've got Gray back, and hasn't played a lot tonight, but he's back.
Yep. He's getting back in it, a little tweener.
And you're going to get Stroud more minutes.
Correct.
I mean, that was an aberration that he had the fouls tonight. So Fresno State's seen some things that could happen tonight. That makes game 2 harder for Utah State.
I think their full court pressure has given Utah State, they're not really turning the ball over against it, but they're just it's taking them out of their offense. Problem is they haven't been able to set up in it tonight, here in the second half.
Mia picked up that loose ball, puts it in.
So now, okay, look, that's only 13 points this half. They usually go into that press as soon as they score. They haven't had many opportunities in this half to get into it. They've got to score so they can pressure and take Utah State out of their half-court offense.
Glorious back in for the Aggies. Ashworth, Alfonso Anderson. Lost control. Here we go. Fast break opportunity. A little too fast. Aggies come back the other way from the corner.
Wow.
Anderson connects.
That's all Marco Anthony. He hustled down on the defensive end, got the steal, went right back and found an open teammate in the corner. Great shot by Anderson.
Double team on Robinson. There's an open man. Oh, that's knocked away. That was Dorius. I don't know if he gets a block for that or it's considered a deflection.
Looked like a block to me.
Yeah. And there is Anderson and the finish.
Little fist pump by Craig Smith. He's excited. Utah State on a roll right now. This has been quite impressive. Inside, outside, Keita. Little fake handoff. Slams it home with the left hand over Orlando Robinson. And then the steal on one end, the kick for the three-point shot. And who else? The senior, Alfonso Anderson, knocking down another three-point shot for Utah State.
Neemias Keita heading for the locker room now, walking on his own. Good sign there, but probably done for the evening.
I think that's a smart move. You're up by 19, 6:45 to go. Obviously Utah State has to hold on to it. Look at their defense. I mean, they're some of the best defensive team, one of the best defensive teams in the conference. And you can make a case that they're the best. But if their defense can hold on, you don't need Keita. And why risk it? You play again right here in 48 hours. And you got to get him healthy. Start treatment immediately.
By the way, Wyoming continues to lead Colorado State. And you know who are big Pokes fans tonight? The Aggies.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
They want Wyoming to win so they can have some separation with
Exactly.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Come on, Cache Valley. Tell us. It's what you want.
You know, I think Utah State is rooting for Colorado State to lose tonight and the rest of the season, as well as Boise State and San Diego State.
Of course. By the way, Boise State starts a series at Nevada tomorrow. San Diego State had their games at New Mexico postponed. I've not checked to see if they actually got on the plane to Lubbock, because one of those were the neutral site games going to be played at Lubbock Christian University, which has been a great host to New Mexico this year. And then San Diego State starts a series with San Jose State on Monday down on Montezuma Mesa.
I'm surprised. The first two possessions, Fresno State, they don't have to worry about Neemias Keita down inside. Now, I'm surprised they haven't pumped it down there in these first two possessions with him out of the game.
Utah State's gone small now. Well, I take that back. They do have Dorius in there. So they kept a 7-footer. It's hard to not have a 7-footer in this game.
Yeah, right. I think there's 6 or 7 between these two teams.
Anthony. Scrap on the floor. And more hustle. Boy, Alfonso Henderson in the second half's made some things happen.
He's great. He's a really productive senior. I mean, his numbers were a little bit better last season, but I think his team, like we talked about earlier, with the more depth in the post and whatnot, I mean, they're spreading out the scoring a little bit more. Anderson still extremely effective when he's in the game. I don't know if he's playing a few less minutes per game this year, but I mean, this Utah State squad, I mean, they're a championship squad. They are so balanced. They have so much talent, and they're so great on the defensive end of the floor.
Devin Gage, Jordan Campbell back in for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs smaller. Gray goes after that ball, and he hits the deck hard. So we're seeing a lot of scrap out of both these teams right now.
Well, here it is right here.
The foul's going to be on Anderson.
I mean, Christian Gray is so good at pulling down rebounds, and he's 60% from the field on the season if he gets an opportunity for a putback. And I think they missed him the last couple of games. Provides so much spark as a senior.
Jordan Campbell engaged. Devin Gage drives, and the right hand scores.
Get right into their press. Make it difficult. You may not get a steal or force a turnover, but you're going to take them out of their offense. 10 seconds in, they haven't run anything yet. That's exactly what they want. Make them play helter-skelter a little bit.
Anthony
there it is.
Loses control, taken away. On the push. First time we've talked about Leo Colomario, a freshman from Brazil. Attended Wasatch Academy in Utah, which is always a ridiculously talented program. You look good just wearing the warm-ups there. Colomario 6'7", 190, getting in his 9th game this year. He only played 10 minutes.
Orlando Robinson, one of a handful of sophomores that they had, is returning. So they injected the program, Justin Hudson, with a bunch of transfers and freshmen. But that's good. This worked out well for Fresno State last possession. Look, they got them going a little bit, and they forced a turnover. This is how Fresno State can come back. They've got to be pressure-filled, take them out of their offense, make them take bad shots, rebound, take it the other way, and get in the paint.
Ashworth has to yield. Gets the ball back at the top. Shot clock to 5.
Great defense. They didn't run anything. Utah State ran nothing there. It's exactly what Fresno State needed to do. These last 2 possessions were outstanding for Fresno State.
And good news here. Gata back on the bench. Will he play the rest of the way? Stay tuned. It's time for our play of the game, but in this case it's more than one because the freshman big for Fresno State, Braxton Mia, putting on a show at the rim.
The local product from Fresno. And look at those locks of love flowing as he slams it home. I think this guy has a very bright future here at Fresno State under Coach Justin Hudson.
Boy, and he played on a, we talked about San Joaquin Memorial. He was on a team with Jalen Green, who, went to prep school and then is already in the G League, completely skipped college basketball. And then those two faced Isaiah Hill's Bakersfield Liberty team.
Right.
I mean, that's some pretty good high school basketball down here.
Yeah.
I want to see those guys play.
And missed opportunity just here. Last possession by Fresno State. I thought they, right there in the paint, could have made that shot, get right back into their press.
That was 2 years ago. And, the thing that stood in the way of the Panthers was O'Dowd. They lost to them twice.
You know your high school history, don't you?
It's some good stuff here in California.
Well, to close out this game, expect Craig Smith's team to get to the foul line quite a bit. They've got to knock down their free throws. Every time they get fouled from here on out, they're shooting free throws. But you can really seal games at the free throw line down the stretch.
All right, well, here we go. Talk about the tournament resume. See, the net is good. 54 should be good, but it's the 1 and 2 against second quadrant teams.
I mean, they're really on the bubble. From things I have read, I mean, if the tournament were to start today, I'm not sure Utah State would be in it. I think they'd be one of the, from what I'm reading, the experts are saying they'd be one of the first not taken.
Yeah, first 4 out is where a lot of the bracketologists have them. We're biased because we love this league, of course. But it is kind of the, I hate to say it, the fate of the mid-majors. Only so many can have that attention. And again, the West Coast Conference, which we all see out here. Same deal. Gonzaga, of course. BYU, likely. But what about San Francisco and St. Mary's? What do they have to do? They got to do more.
Not sure San Francisco is going to make that cut. Wow.
There's some nice movement. And I'll tell you what, Trevin Dorius has been the right man at the right time tonight.
How many dunks have we seen tonight combined between both teams? What's your guess? 9? 8?
9 or 10, yeah. Dorius 3 for 3 from the field.
All right, if you're Fresno State now with 2 minutes to go, you have to start forcing turnovers. You're down 16.
You might as well lay it all out. You're playing small. And go after the basketball.
I'm not seeing any kind of trap or anything like that, so I don't think it's going to happen. But that's what you would have to do in this scenario. Oh. Yeah, Fresno State looks done.
Power.
Moving on to their next game on Saturday. Another block.
Gage again, aggressive. Good follow-up, though.
That's the thing with block shots. A lot of times it takes the defense out of position and offensive rebound putbacks happen.
7 total block shots.
For Utah State?
Yes.
Wow.
You got Cada, that's 3 or 4 right away. Nice offensive board.
Cada had 5 in this game, I believe.
Well, speaking of dunks, we have a plethora.
Great pass over the head of Christian Gray. Dorius with the slam home. So there's no help side rotation. See, there's got to be a man in a white jersey in the paint taking away the goal. Nobody there. Nobody there. You're not seeing off the ball, so that's too easy. Just thrown over the head of Christian Gray, who's 7 inches smaller than Dorius, 6 inches, and he finishes strong.
Well, Dorius going for his season-high points with that free throw. Didn't quite get it.
How about that for a backup in Alfonso Anderson? Get that rebound amongst trees and still be able to finish with contact. He's a starter in most every team in this league. Most every other team in this league. But with the depth of Utah State, he's off the bench.
Final minute of play. So the Aggies will be 14-5, 11-2. Mission accomplished. Round 1 of the weekend. Bulldogs will be 7-7, 5-7. And their home record will drop to 7-2. There's Dorius coming out. Quality night for him. 9 points, 5 boards. Bairstow back in. Bairstow not playing many minutes tonight. He's averaging about 13 a game, but they haven't needed him. Max Shulga in for Utah State. Matthew Wickeser.
Well, here's a stat for you. Utah State has out-rebounded their opponent in every single game this year. They're up by 1 rebound on the game tonight. The streak could be ruined if Fresno State gets an offensive board. Well, if you're Fresno State, you're looking ahead. What adjustments can you make for the rematch on Saturday?
Strong drive by Campbell. Well, I mean, even when they weren't shooting the ball well, they were getting quality shots. There's not much to change. I think the question is, do you want to be bigger, longer? Because Mia and Robinson together was a beautiful thing.
Well, I do think they have to take care of the basketball a little bit better. They had 8 assists. That's not very many. They had 11 turnovers. You know, and then early in the game, remember, Fresno State was forcing some turnovers and converting. But at the end of the day, they really didn't get a ton of points off turnovers when you calculate both halves. 17, not bad, but I feel like they could force more turnovers against this Utah State squad. And if they do and make some shots at a better rate, they could win this game on Saturday in the rematch.
Utah State held under their average of 75 points, but their average margin of victory 14, and they nailed that again. It's a done deal from the doghouse. Utah State 69, Fresno State 53. For Richie Schuler, I am Bob Akamian. Thank you for joining us. You've been watching the Mountain West Conference on Stadium. Welcome to the game, and good night from the Valley.